an online business owner who's ready to scale your business to consistent 20K months? When I launched my business, I had no audience, no influence, and no clue where to start. And yet I was able to go from no sales to consistent 20K months in just 90 days. In this video, I want to share my unique business philosophy that I believe is the fastest path to consistent 20K months for online coaches, course creators, and service providers. So let's dive in. My name is Jordan Maley, and I grew my online business from no sales to consistent 20K months in just 90 days. Today, I run a global brand that's done over 7 figures in sales, and I'm here to give entrepreneurs like you the blueprint to grow your audience and automate your sales so you can build a profitable personal brand that works for you 24/7 so you don't have to. If you're new here, be sure and hit that subscribe button. I put out brand new videos on this channel every single week, and I don't want you to miss the next free training I release. This is a very special episode because I want to take you behind the scenes for the first time ever and reveal the exact philosophy behind my business success so you can replicate it in your own business this year. I don't know about you, but I love seeing the inner workings of other people's businesses. I don't just want to see revenue. I want to see where that revenue came from and the exact steps they took to create it. And in the past, I've only shared what I'm about to show you with my personal students inside my signature program, Laptop Lifestyle Academy. I'm going to share the exact income producing strategies that I've used in my business my very first year as an entrepreneur, all the way up through this most recent year, 2023, giving you an exact breakdown of what I offered to hit consistent 20K months in my business so quickly, and what I do today to power my 7-figure brand while working less than 20 hours a week from anywhere. It's all based on what I call the laptop lifestyle philosophy. You're in for a treat, so let's jump over to my computer where I have prepared a slide deck that I know is going to be a complete game changer for your business. Okay, I don't know about you, but I think some trainings are just better with a visual, and I wanted this to be super clear for you. So I hope it's okay that I prepared a little slide deck to walk you through this business plan so you can really get the gist of it. So when you have the right systems in place, it really is just rinse and repeat to 20K months and beyond. And if you've watched some of my recent videos on the YouTube channel, you know that I'm not saying this process is easy, but it is very simple. And I hope that you take that away from the slide deck and the training that I'm about to share. So my first year of business, I created 2 automated funnels that I used to generate daily leads and sales for my business. So I created a freebie micro offer funnel and an automated webinar funnel. I created one micro offer, which was a digital course that I sold for $17, and one signature offer, which at the time was a course/membership kind of hybrid program that I sold for $97 upfront with an additional $17 a month for ongoing coaching and support. I also sold affiliate offers passively as they came up and people wanted me to recommend things that I didn't offer myself. So here's how these 2 funnels worked within my business. The job of the freebie was to build the list so I could promote the webinar. The job of the webinar was to sell the signature course membership program. And the job of the micro offer and the affiliate programs was to help cover marketing costs. So that first 12 months with these 2 automated funnels, I generated 59,813 leads. My micro offer, that little $17 offer, generated $79,302 in sales. And that signature course membership, which was $97 upfront and then $17 ongoing for the people who wanted ongoing support, was $184,679 in sales. In month 8, I added a network marketing business. I love network marketing. I think it's a great additional income stream for online business owners if you can find products and opportunities that align with your overall business. And when I decided to add this revenue stream to my business, I sent out one email to my list. I promoted the business and products regularly in promotional posts and stories, and that business went on to earn me an additional $7,818 in the first 5 months. So I give it 5 months to kind of walk you through like what that first 12 months of business really look like. In the 12th month of my business, so coming up on the 1-year anniversary of being in business, I added what I called a summer mastermind group coaching program. So this was the first time I ever launched anything in my business. Up to this point, everything I'd done had been off of the automated sales funnels, the 2 automated sales funnels, and then that 1 email that I sent out to my list about my network marketing business. So the first time I ever launched something was the summer mastermind coming up on the 1-year anniversary of my business. I promoted it only to current customers over the course of 10 days, and that mastermind earned me $15,000. That was the first time I saw the power of launching. That was the most money I'd ever made in a 10-day span of time. I remember my mind was completely blown that I could do 1 live video for a group of students, follow up with a few emails, and earn $15,000. It just totally blew my mind and opened my mind up to what was possible when you have something to launch to a current audience who already knows you, likes you, and trusts you. So that being said, that was kind of the first year breakdown. What does my business look like today? So over this past year in 2023, I wanted to pull together kind of a breakdown of all the revenue streams that I have in my business. So occasionally I'll do an affiliate launch, or I will recommend affiliate programs or tools that are kind of always available all the time to my audience. The commission that I earned from those in this past year accounted for 2% of my total revenue. That network marketing business, which I've not actively promoted in, 2 or 3 years now, also accounted for 2% of my revenue. I still use micro offers. In fact, we sell anywhere from 2 to 300 micro offers every single month in my business. That accounted for 4% of my revenue in 2023. I also have membership/recurring revenue offers. And this is one of my goals to really blow up and grow in 2024. In fact, I expect this number to significantly increase in terms of the overall revenue percentage that it accounts for in my business this year versus last year. But last year was the first year that I got really serious about adding strategic recurring revenue streams to my business. And it accounted for 8% of my revenue, which I thought was really cool. I do a little bit of one-on-one coaching from time to time. I'm very picky about who I'll take. I never work with more than 1 or 2 students at a time. And that accounted for 6% of my revenue last year. My signature offers accounted for the bulk of my revenue. And I consider a signature offer anything that's priced over $300. And in my business, I have 2 currently that I use. One runs on an automated funnel all the time. And then I also have Laptop Lifestyle Academy, which is my main signature digital course/coaching program hybrid. That accounted for a big bulk of our revenue because I did 2 live promotions for LLA in 2023. Something else that I added to my business in 2023 for the first time was services. Never offered any kind of done for you services in terms of like copywriting or funnel building or web design or anything like that. What I felt like would really fit into the wheelhouse of my business was to offer funnels that my team builds for our clients. And we launched that about halfway through 2023. Again, only to current students. I love to launch new offers internally, meaning if you're just following me on social media, you're watching YouTube videos, you're just someone who's on my email list, but you've not bought certain offers, you'll never know that some of my offers even exist. And I love to do that because I love to create offers that are a no-brainer next step for students who are already exposed to some of the things I teach in my signature offers. So this service that we now provide, I only offered internally to current students, and not even all students, only a small group of our students, and it accounted for 19% of our revenue. I expect that number to significantly increase over the course of this next year as well. There's about 5% of revenue that came in from miscellaneous things. I've got other little small offers that I sell from anywhere from $17 to $77. I've got some old recurring revenue streams that are still bringing in revenue from things I haven't sold in 3 to 5 years, but that just accounted for about 5% of the revenue that was kind of left over that didn't fit into any of these other categories. So how do you go from what I did in my first year of business, hitting those 20K months within 90 days, doing over $300,000 in sales that first year, to what I'm doing today? It really comes down to choosing the business philosophy that fits what you want to create. So there's 3 business philosophies that are really popular online, okay? The first is the open closed cart model, where you spend months and months growing your audience and you sell to them 1 or 2 times a year. So the problem with this, it totally works, but the problem with it is that it requires a large existing audience to sustain you between launches. Meaning you've got to really build that list, and then it's got to be big enough that your launch can be big enough to pay you and pay the business for the next 6 months until you have grown the audience enough that you can launch again. And again, there's nothing wrong with this. It's just that's the philosophy. That's what it takes for that to be successful. And I see so many people who are newer in their online business trying to launch, and they do these big, complicated launches, and they make anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 or even $5,000, which feels really amazing until you're 1 or 2 months down the road and you realize you're broke again. You didn't actually make enough money from that launch to sustain you until the next one. The other downside is if you are doing things like advertising plus paying all of your business expenses while you're working to grow this audience, it requires a lot of upfront costs before you become profitable. Now, the next philosophy is to constantly create new stuff and sell it to the same audience over and over. And I kind of fell into this trap in my own business about 3 years in. My business wasn't growing as fast as I wanted it to. I invested with a coach who kind of taught me that, oh, you just don't have enough stuff to sell. You need to sell more stuff more often. And so I started creating all these tiny little offers and all these things that I was selling. And the downside to this is that it requires a large existing audience or an army of affiliates. So you've either got to have this big audience that you can sell to yourself, or you've got to go have a lot of affiliates who have big audiences that you can borrow their audience to sell your stuff, and then you pay them a commission in exchange for that. The other thing you might need if you don't have those first two things is a large ad budget, or you've got to have really high ticket upsells on the back end in order for it to be profitable. I had the large existing audience when I kind of fell into this trap. Didn't really have affiliates, didn't have a big ad budget, didn't have anything high ticket that I was offering. And ultimately, even with just the large audience, it wasn't sustainable for more than just a few months in a row. For me, it was exhausting because I was constantly having to create new products, new programs to sell. They weren't the quality that I was used to giving to my audience because I was just constantly trying to create. And it felt like every month I was either in sell mode or create mode. And I was constantly saying, like, what am I going to sell that I can, or what am I going to create that I can sell this month to pay the bills? And we'd do it. And then it would immediately be like, cool, now what else can we create so we can sell so we can pay the bills? And it was like being on a treadmill that you just couldn't get off of. And it really, really wasn't fun. So ultimately what I came back to, what I always come back to, is what I call the laptop lifestyle philosophy. Constantly growing your audience and selling the same thing to them over and over and over while providing additional conversion opportunities for your most engaged followers. So what I mean by that is you have a few things that you just get really good at selling. You use automated funnels, and then as people come into your world, you give them additional opportunities to buy based on kind of where they are in the customer journey within your business, within all the products that you offer. So let's talk about how this actually works and how I do this. I consistently create social media and email content that drives traffic to 3 things. First, a PDF freebie that sells the micro offer on the thank you page. Micro offers help offset monthly business expenses. They help offset advertising expenses. They're huge. They can be a game changer for your business in terms of profitability. Cold audiences are more likely to opt in for a freebie, like a downloadable freebie, than they are to come to a webinar or a workshop or a challenge. I know once someone is on my list, in my group, I can build relationships with them and convert them into a higher offer down the road. So I don't mind running ads to a PDF that sells a micro offer where maybe I break even or even lose a little bit of money on the front end, because I know once they're on my list, once they're in my world, I can build relationships with them and they're going to convert into my higher ticket stuff down the road. The other thing I have is a webinar that promotes and sells one of my signature offers. So I have one automated webinar that runs 24/7. I use it as a call to action in my content on social media. That webinar drives to a signature offer that I sell for a little over $400. This is where the bulk of your profit is going to be in your daily sales. So your micro offer is going to create revenue, but your webinar offer is going to create profit. Okay, this is where the bulk of the profit is. And then I have a membership offer that provides ongoing monthly revenue, which I love because you sell it once and you get paid on it over and over and over again. Who doesn't love that, right? So the other things that I do is I do 4 live promotions every single year. So this is either going to be an affiliate promotion where I team up with a friend who's got an offer. In this case, this would be a peer in the industry whose products and services closely align but do not compete with anything that I personally offer. And above all else, it's got to be somebody that I trust. If I don't trust this person with my own life, essentially, I am not sending my audience to them. I am so picky, like to the point that I've only really worked with 3 or 4 affiliates over the last 6 years because I am so picky about who I will recommend, about who I will send my audience to. Because when I tell my audience to buy something, I need to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that they're going to get taken care of over there. So I'm very, very picky there. The other thing that I do and what I do more often is special promotions of my own products and programs. So for example, in 2023, I did a Laptop Lifestyle Academy launch in the first quarter of the year. In the second quarter of the year, I took on 3 new one-on-one clients. I only sold that offer internally. I did a live video and then I sent out a few follow-up emails, ended up selling that out in just a few days. In the third quarter of the year, we launched our funnel building services and we, again, only launched that internally. Did not, like if you were just following me on social media, you never knew that that offer existed. And then in the fourth quarter of the year, we did Laptop Lifestyle Academy again. And so that's what we did. And actually, fourth quarter of the year, we did Laptop Lifestyle Academy twice this year. I also did an email promo. I'm going to talk about that here in just a second. So a live promotion has a pre-launch phase, a promotion, and an open cart phase. Okay. So a pre-launch phase means all of your hero content, and I consider like what I publish on this YouTube channel to be hero content. All of your hero content, your social media content, your email content starts providing value around pain points and solutions that are specific to the program that we plan to promote. Okay. So we get really hyper focused on the content that we're putting out there. And then it's got the promotion period. So this is either going to be a video series, a live webinar, a live challenge, a waitlist funnel of some kind or something that sends people directly to a sales page. That's very rare. It doesn't convert that great typically. So typically we'll do a webinar, a video series, or some kind of challenge. From there, you've got what we call the open cart period. All hero content stops. All email and social media content drives to the sale of that offer. And typically a pre-launch period in my world will last anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks. The promotion is anywhere from an hour to 3 days, depending on the strategy. And then the open cart is anywhere from 4 to 7 days typically. So I also occasionally will do little flash promotions throughout the year. Actually didn't do very many of these this past year. I think I did a couple. I didn't do any workshops or challenges that were paid. I did a couple of little affiliate promos, but not much. But I did do several flash sales of new or existing programs to my email list. These are little promos that start and end within 3 to 8 days. They're marketed on social media, in stories, and as calls to action in posts. They're marketed in emails, in PS, and in non-hero content days. And they really only have an open cart phase. There's no pre-launch, there's no live promotion. They're just like a little flash promo on something that I've already created that I just kind of want to spend the weekend maybe selling that offer to people. So why does this work for me? Okay. And we're wrapping this up and then I'm going to show you how you can do this. Okay. So it works for me because I get to focus on growing my audience and serving my current customers without constantly creating and selling live because I only sell live 4 times a year. Okay. I use funnels to sell my programs and I make sales every single day, whether I'm working or not. When I do a live promotion, I have an engaged audience that's primed to buy because I've been feeding them with so much value. And then my automated sales systems allow me to show up and connect authentically, always driving my traffic to free content, free content, free content, knowing that the sales happen as an afterthought on the back end because I have the system set up for them to do so. I get to track and improve my offers instead of constantly creating new ones. I haven't actually created a new offer that I sell that I've sold externally. It's been a while, like we created one in 2023 that we sold to our whole audience. But beyond that, like Laptop Lifestyle Academy was the last big offer that I created. And I created that back in 2021, right? So when your funnels are profitable, the other great thing is that you can pour gasoline on it with ads. So once I know a funnel is profitable, I can grow my list faster without having to post on social media all the time because I can run ads to those funnels knowing that I'm not going to lose money. So as a laptop lifestyler, if you're adapting this laptop lifestyle philosophy, your goal is to grow your audience and build your funnels as quickly as possible, leading with free value that sells for you behind the scenes. And the way you do this is to prioritize 2 things. Get your automated funnels up and working for you ASAP. Remember, in my first year of business, I did $300,000 in sales with 2 automated funnels. That was it. I had a freebie micro offer funnel and a webinar funnel that ran on automation. That was all I had to hit $300,000 in sales in 1 year. I didn't do flash sales. I didn't do promos once a quarter. I added all that later, and I still did $300,000 in sales my first year. Don't get so caught up in all the things you see everybody doing. Instead, focus on getting really, really good at one thing. And then as your business grows, you can add more stuff if you want to, but you don't have to in the beginning. It's not necessary, and I actually believe it will slow your growth. So get your automated funnels working for you ASAP. From there, prioritize what social media platform are you going to get really freaking good at that you're going to use to drive traffic to that funnel. And I recommend picking one and sticking with it for at least 90 days before you do anything else. So are you going to pick Instagram? Are you going to pick TikTok? Are you going to pick YouTube? Are you going to pick Facebook? Or are you just going to do ads? Ads are a great way to grow fast if you want to pay in money instead of paying in time. It's totally up to you. So those are your 2 priorities. That's really it. That's all I did to hit $300,000 in sales. 2 automated funnels, 1 social media platform. That was it. So I strongly believe that the reason I was able to grow my brand so quickly is because I'm laser focused on just a few strategies instead of constantly adding new things to create and promote and sell. The Laptop Lifestyle philosophy is about mastering the mundane and getting better at the game so that as your business grows, you get more freedom, not less freedom. And to hit your first 6 or even 7 figures, all you need is 1 or 2 high-performing funnels and enough eyeballs that drive sales. That's it. By optimizing your freebie, your micro, and your in-game offer, which I consider like your signature offer, and going all in on attracting your ideal clients through social media, you can reach any goal you dream of. Does this get you excited about the possibilities? Does it help you see how simple it can be to go from where you are right now to consistent 20K months in your business? And would you like my help in taking this philosophy that I just shared, adapting it to your business and putting it into action? If you are nodding your head yes, then I would like to invite you to join me for my live 3-day social media sales automation workshop. Give me 3 days and I'll show you step by step how to transform your social media content into a marketing machine that delivers you leads and sales 24/7 using the Laptop Lifestyle philosophy. You can reserve your free seat at workshop.globalfreedomcommunity.com, and I've linked the page for you below as well. I have taken everything I know about building a 7-figure global branded business on social media and turned it into a 3-day virtual workshop experience where you'll discover how to go from a social media nobody with no audience or influence to the go-to expert in your industry, how to turn cold leads into hot sales on autopilot without launches or Zoom calls or sending DMs, and how to create an autopilot profit system that takes you from no sales to celebrating your first 20K month. This workshop is totally free, and you get 7-day replay access just for reserving your seat, which you can do now at workshop.globalfreedomcommunity.com. All right, that's all I got for today. If you got value from this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see more content like this, I've asked YouTube to recommend the next best video for you, which you can watch right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to hang out with you during our live 3-day workshop experience. See you there.